Hello, today unlocked on Fanzone Basketball. We talked about LaMelo dropping 44 points after a 50-point game, almost a 44 triple double. Um, even though they're combined to 94 points in the last two games, those are losses for the Hornets. We'll go over the games of the Magic versus the Hornets. Also, we'll recap day one of week five of the NBA season, and and lastly, we'll go ahead and talk about the trade that the Hornets need to make tomorrow. They needed to make yesterday in order for the Hornets to at least stay some kind competitive for the potential Cooper Flag tanking show that we'll have. This and more here on Phantom Basketball. Let's do it. Hello, 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 and welcome back to Phantom Basketball. This is your host, Lou, and I'll be talking a little about the game. We're going to be talking about the 44, 44 point, 9 rebounds, 7 assists of LaMelo Ball, the All NBA future All Star, best player of the Charlotte Hornets, balling out, combined 94 points last two games. Balled out in a 50-pointer against the Bucks in front of Damian Miller, and a once defensive player of the year, Giannis Antetokounmpo, balling. The Hornets lose against the Magic, 95-84. In both games, LaMelo had went off on the fourth quarter. And this again since the first quarter, scoring. I think he had 19 points in the first half, trying to pull the Hornets, trying to get everybody going. Just everybody else was missing, and it shows the deficiency level when they're hitting. They lost Grant in the last game against the Bucks, so that one's gonna be a difficult one. That's gonna be somebody hard to replace. Grant was consistent. Um, the Grant scoring made Josh Green's game a lot easier, which in turn made Brandon Miller easier, which in turn made LaMelo game easier. Seth Curry, Vicic, Musiclich, Vicic. Um, yeah, it's just terrible. Terrible, terrible looking at them. Seth, I was a big fan. No Train Man. Um, no Miles Bridges. No Sanders. Grant Williams is gone for the rest of the season, and it's looking bad. Um, LaMelo, the Hornets need LaMelo to ball out the way he's balling out. I am happy. I am here for it. I am genuinely excited. I have kids. My kids were happy. My wife was happy, and my brother and my sister were happy, and everybody was happy. And I'm just kidding about the last part, but I'm serious. He's fun. I'm glad to see. I'm glad to see him play. Balling out. Knock on wood, he stays healthy and will make this happen. I can't say it enough. I'm so happy that that he's balling out the way he is. He deserves it. And the crazy part, he's not even fully developed. If he had just a little bit more help with some 3 and Ds, and I can see him dropping 50, no problem, every day, all day, every day. I'm excited, tired, but it's I truly, truly, truly feel that they could have um a playoff team if they were healthy fully healthy, it's gonna be a scary team. Grant is gonna be it's gonna be really weird. It's gonna be really, really, really weird and hard to replace Grant. See what they do. Uh, Hopefully they do something. You know. Um, Again, just thoughts. There's no storyline. Brandon Miller couldn't ball out. He got a lot of looks. Credit to Magic though. Magic is an intended team. The Wagners are excellent players. Cole Anthony's becoming, coming to his own. Magic has a really good game. Good team, playoff team for sure. Once Ben Caro comes back, they're gonna be a problem. And so is this Hornets team. This Hornets team really just needs they're one center away and one good rotation. You know, one good rotation to being a contender, a true contender. The harder games are coming. They're gonna start facing the West soon, and these are gonna be more difficult games. But they need to happen. Uh, that's all I can say is all NBA, LaMelo balling out, keeping those together. Not much more he can do. Those are my thoughts for this 44-94 combined. It's insane. My thoughts on that, and I'll give you I'll give you some the trade that I think they should do tomorrow. Um, that's coming up in the third segment. Coming up, recap of the games for tonight. Week 5 or week 6, I believe, of the NBA.
Artlist.io.
Welcome back to Phantom Basketball, where this is your everyday pod for NBA news and everyday information and thoughts about NBA and what's happening and everything in between. Um, we have just talked about a little the loss over the Hornets over the Magic, but LaMelo Ball dropping 44, almost a triple double right there, and how we're happy about it. We're gonna go ahead and recap yesterday's games. We're gonna go ahead and recap. Today's games. Recording this at night in advance, so bear with me. We have the Magic versus the Hornet 98-84. Magic win. Pacers, Pelicans. Halliburton coming back, actually getting into a rhythm. Happy to see that. Happy for the East. Pacers win 114 to 110. Raptors and Pistons without Kate Cunningham. The Pistons actually beat the Raptors 102 to 100. Mavericks blowout, almost a blowout game against the Hawks. I was watching this game as well, and Mavericks were just toying with the Hawks. The Hawks had heart, though. The Hawks have a lot of heart, but I think this is time to blow it up. My opinion. 129 to 119. Clippers lose against the Celtics 94 to 126. Trailblazers Grizzlies 123 to 96. Knicks versus Nuggets. The Knicks surprisingly beat the Nuggets 145 to 118. A blowout, but I believe the Nuggets were coming back from a back to back. I could be wrong. Let me go ahead and check real quick. Yep, they just had a back to back yesterday against the no, no back to back. That's really weird game. That's really weird. Again, 145 to 118. They're doing almost at 20 something film blowout. Knights versus the Warriors. The Knights beat the Warriors 128 to 120. Thunder beat the Kings 130 to 109. 21-point blowout. Coming up, Coming up next, right now, after a little break, we're gonna go ahead and go over the schedules. All right, all right. Now we'll be go ahead and coming back real quick. We'll go over the games to watch for tomorrow. They're real quick. On Tuesday we have some NBA Cup group stage games. I believe this is the last round. We got the Bulls versus the Wizards starting at 6 p.m. Again, you can watch these through the NBA League Pass. Go ahead and sign up. This is hashtag not sponsor. Go ahead. So we got Bulls versus the Wizards, Bucks versus the Heat, and I believe this one is a game to watch. Bucks versus the Heat. The Bucks are coming back from a 4-4-0 run now. 4 wins. Heat they must win. So from the talks of Giannis leaving to blowing it up to now trading for possibly LaMelo Ball. We'll talk about what I think Doc Rivers meant when he said that about not getting worried about LaMelo, that he's not worried about LaMelo, um, that he's worried about Brandon Miller instead. We'll go ahead and talk about that some point in the future video coming up. Don't forget, like and subscribe to Fanzone Basketball. Follow us at fanzonebasketball.com. Explain. So follow us on Fanzone Basketball podcast on YouTube and Fanzone Basketball at Twitter, Facebook. Please sign up, subscribe, and uh, if one person subscribes and you know says something about um just say something about one of his predictions. You scored. You get 1 point. You get $50. Nobody else is subscribing, so I suggest you subscribe to get $50 free. All right, Rockets versus Timberwolves. I'm taking the Timberwolves. Spurs versus Jazz. We got the Jazz. We're taking the Spurs actually. Lakers versus Suns. We're taking the Suns. That'll be this all for this segment. Coming up in the last segment, who I think they should be trading for. This has been Fan Zone Basketball. Let's get it.
Artlist.io.
All right. Welcome back to the last segment of Phantom Basketball. This is your host, Luke, and I will be talking about who I think the Hornets should be trading. Um, yeah, the player that the Hornets should have been trading for since yesterday. Um, this is my honest opinion. This is who I think would. I'm actually going to give two players who I think they should have traded for yesterday. Um, and I'll tell you why, and I'll tell you why, and I tell you why I think it would work. The first one is Lonzo Ball. Let me say that again. Lonzo Ball. And the reason I think that the Hornets should be trading for him, it's not only because he's obviously LaMelo's brother. Um, aside from that, he is a great point guard. And what do the Hornets need? Another ball handler. Let me say that again. Another ball handler. They need another ball handler. They need another ball handler with court vision, elite vision, and defensive prowess. And Lonzo has defense all over him. This would be a great addition. Now he is injury prone, but the staff has done a great job of keeping LaMelo, knock on wood, healthy for right now. And I think that they can turn it around. I'm serious. I think with this addition and possibly moving Micic, to the Hornets, I mean to the Bulls, on the trade. I think that's more than a fair deal. Maybe move some other young player to make it work. Maybe some cash. Sorry, some cash consideration, but I think that this is one. Not only is it a good fit, not only does Lonzo and Lamelo already have that chemistry, these two would be insane to have in this Hornets team. Not only with Lamelo balling out, but just imagine now. Now imagine having this backcourt of Lamelo at one. Not even like this. Okay, listen to this. Lonzo at one, a good defender, elite passer, good shooter, good vision. All right, quick. Now you have LaMelo at two. Okay, now you have Melo at two, and now you have Brandon at three, and then you have Musa at four or Miles at four, and then you have either Musa or a center, Brooke Lopez. Um, bring in a center. Don't know who yet, but imagine having that lineup right there. All green, Josh Green. So you put Josh Green at the four, and then you put Musa at center. My boy, this team would play so fast that not only play fast in offense, still play fast on defense too. It's a match made in heaven. The Hornets need to go after Lonzo. They want to keep Lamelo happy. They want to keep they not only will he bring better in present, he will bring defense. Even with him being injured, he is a great defender. Insane. Dude, they need him. They need to get him. The other player that I think they should get, his name is dun, 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 dun. Coming to you from Germany, Dennis Schroeder. Dennis Schroeder should be the next one that they should get. They should trade for. I Dennis Schroeder has been balling out. Another ball handler, dynamic, and imagine having Trey Mann coming off the bench with Dennis Schroeder. Ooh, teams won't know what hit him. Why? Because Dennis Schroeder would be a similar style to LaMelo. Good point guard, good vision, dynamic, scorer, into the paint, can shoot. And now you have Mini Iverson coming out the bench with Rodman, and you get some 3-and-D shooters that can knock it down like Buddy Hield. And now you're looking at a contender team. So can they make this happen? Yes, Dennis Schroeder I think should be the next trade target for the Hornets, and it's not crazy. You know why? Because Brooklyn Nets, as good as they are right now, they are gonna be a selling team. I do believe so. This is a theory from one of those podcasts. I'll go ahead and find it, and I'll shout them out in the next one, and in the description, I'll go ahead and put the link to the video that I saw. Why he believes, and I think I agree with him. Even though they're balling out, I think the Nets are going to be sellers and a little bit more earlier. And I think that this is a perfect time for the Hornets to bring in a player of this caliber. Dennis Schroeder for some picks, or even for a sign for, I think based on the amount of money that Dennis makes with the amount of money that Visage makes, that should be a good trade. And then the last one, and this is just by default. I think they should get a nice 3-and-D on a 10-day contract. Give it a shot. You never know what happens. You need a shooter, and bring you LiAngelo Ball. Realistically speaking, he won't. He's a really good shooter. It's not that I want the Ball brothers in there, but it's just that I'm thinking about how cheap the Hornets are, and if there's no you missed out on good shooters on the draft because you took talent. Um, raw prospects that they're there, but unfortunately, Lamelo is advancing the timeline a lot quicker, forcing these guys to grow, which is going to be a good thing towards the end of the season. But right now, you need you need bodies, and what better way than to bring in your franchise players, brothers? Bring Leangelo, 10-day contract, no hard feelings. Get them playing. See if he makes a shot consistently. See if he fits. If not, you give him a shot. Gone. You didn't lose anything. You already have people that you're gonna drop. Honestly, with Grant being out, yeah. So I think they should do it. Just do a 10-day contract, give him an Exhibit 10, give him a shot, see what happens, and you don't lose anything. If anything, you can find a good player on the cheap that you can later on either keep or flip for some traits for hot commodity, being a 3 and D defender, fast paced that can rebound and shoot. You know, it's a hot commodity in today's game. That'll be all for today. Thank you for listening to Phantom Basketball. This is your host Lou Sen, and I'll be. Please forget if you don't forget if you like this content, please like and subscribe. We are trying to bring production up a little bit more and more as the day goes on. As videos goes on, well, I'm sorry for not uploading. I did make some videos where I was speaking to you guys as fans. Unfortunately, didn't get a chance to take them out to publish them. Figure I play a little bit around with the way everything looks. I'm liking what I'm coming up with. Change the setup a little bit, but here, hopefully, you guys are happy. Hopefully, you guys enjoy making this better, making everything better. Um, Thanks again. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on notification, follow us in all your social medias at Fanzone Basketball. This is Lou. We want to say peace. It's happy, even though we lost. It's a happy time. Okay, it's a happy time. This is Phantom Basketball. Peace. Let's do it. Peace. Happy holidays.